Hi everyone, I'm Michelle. Welcome back to my channel. This week I have a lovely, somewhat new style to show you. I think this style has been out a couple of months now. This is Flying Solo by Raquel Welch in a gorgeous color I've never tried before. This is Deepest Ruby, and I'm looking forward to getting a good look at this color outside in natural light as well. And of course, this is also one of the new cap construction styles by Raquel Welch with that Luxe Light cap. And I'm really looking forward to getting a good look at that and seeing how it differs from the other cap constructions that I'm more familiar with. So absolutely a beautiful little style. I want to thank wigs.com for sending me this style so that I can review it for you. And also to mention that I'm a moderator for their private Facebook group. And I wanted to invite you to join us there if you haven't done so already. It's a wonderful place to exchange ideas and get information or just show off your new styles. So we would love to see you there. So let's go ahead and get a good look at this style right out of the box. I haven't done any styling yet. So you still have that zigzag parting there, and we will get a good look at the parting space, that mono part on this new cap. Then you have a beautiful extended lace front, and Raquel Welch just always does a wonderful job with these. You have very delicate knotting and a very natural looking hairline there. And this is a beautiful bob style with layers. You can see you have quite a few layers around the face and just a wonderful length that won't cause too much friction with your clothing. So I will want to style this wig away from the face because those front pieces are falling in my face quite a bit right out of the box. And I also like to create a little lift here, a little swoop at the hairline. So we will do that together. But let's get a good look at her from all sides. Here she is from the right and the back. And the left. So yes, just a wonderful little bob style, very practical, very pretty. Next, we'll go ahead and change the part line here and steam it in place. And we'll steam the fibers away from the face. Then we'll get a good look at that new Luxe Light cap construction by Raquel Welch. After that, we'll go ahead and go over some styling options for Flying Solo. And lastly, I'll take her outside so you can get a good look at this beautiful color in natural light. So I've placed a piece of silicone scar tape under the part line to help create a scalp appearance, and I'm ready to change the part. I have my rat tail comb, and I'm just going to run it down sort of the center of that zigzag parting. I think I was a little off there. Let's try that again. That's better. All right, and then we just change the part like that. I think I like that. I might need to add a little bit of matte eyeshadow. I will get a good look at that when I take the cap off as well, just to make sure that I'm within that parting space. And then I'll put her on a blockhead and we can start steaming. As you can see, I've placed Flying Solo on my blockhead, and I did play with that part just a little bit more to get that straight and very natural looking. And I've clipped the fibers back. And so first we will go ahead and steam this part line in place. I have my iSteam steamer here. It's just a little handheld clothes steamer that I purchased on Amazon. Really almost any little handheld steamer will work. And let's go ahead and get started with the part. That should do it. Next, I'm going to go ahead and steam both sides away from the face because fibers were falling forward both on the right and the left. And we have those layers here, as you can see, these layer pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and just gather this, and this is really easy to do, especially when you have an extended lace front like this. Makes for a very natural look there around the face. So let's go ahead and clip that in place. Make sure it's not too tight. You really want the steam to get in there, and we'll steam that. I have a full video all about how I like to steam style my wigs, and we'll leave a link in the description box. All right. And now on the right, where I have more fiber and more weight, as you can see, I'm going to create 2 sections. You can create however many you think you need, but usually 2 is enough in my experience. So I'll go ahead and part that a little bit there and take a nice section. I like to give it a little twist that just lifts the fibers a little bit. And so we'll steam that back section first. Be sure to keep the steamer moving. Don't leave it in any one place for more than 3 seconds, and direct the steam at the fibers, not at the delicate lace front or monofilament. All right, that should do it. Now I'm going to let these fibers cool completely for the new style to set, and I'll put her back on and we'll get a look at it and see if we like the results. So the fibers are nice and cool now, still a little damp, and that's okay, but they're nice and cool. So let's remove the clips and see if we like the new style. Just gently finger comb here. You can see that gentle little swoop away from the face instead of falling forward. Okay, absolutely. That's how I like it. Let's go ahead and do the test. I'll lean forward, back up. You can see it's falling forward a little bit. Of course, it always will, but much less than it did before. All right, so absolutely, I am pleased with these results, and we will definitely look at styling options like a little tuck that you can do. But for me, this definitely will work. And so next we will go ahead and look at the cap construction. As I mentioned before, this is the new Raquel Welch Luxe Light cap, and I'm very curious to get a good look at this cap. And I have Mesmerized here by Raquel Welch, and this is also a partially hand-tied cap, as you can see, but has a mono top. So we'll compare them a little bit so that you can see some of these new innovations that they've come up with. And so first, I want to mention that extended lace front, you can see, comes about halfway down the ear tab on both sides. I love that feature because that gives you that illusion of natural hair growth all along that lace front. And then you have this mono part. Now, what I can see is that one of the new features is this seam here is very smooth and lightweight. It is not covered with velvet the way this mono top was. If you can see that velvet strip that runs along that seam there, here, it's a much smoother seam without any velvet there. And they say that this should allow you to part the style in different places, not just the mono part, and we will test that when I do the styling segment of the video. Then we have ear tabs, and these ear tabs are covered, and you can see it's stitched on there with silicone for a little bit of extra grip. And of course you can remove these stitches. Then you will just have the velvet ear tab underneath with metal stays inside. And then you have an extended nape, and same thing here, covered with silicone for extra grip, easily removed by removing these stitches. You have Velcro adjusters, so you can adjust her to your circumference. Now, these caps are listed as petite average, but I have a 22-inch circumference head, and I have to say this cap fits me very comfortably. Then we have, as you can see, this is a partially hand-tied cap. So here, these are wefts that are sewn in there. And then here you have the hand-tied portion here, here, and here, and of course, you have that mono part as we discussed. So I did check the style for permatease, and I found a little bit of permatease in the wefted portions of the cap, but not in the rest of the cap. And overall, it's a very light density, natural looking style. And I have to say, I like the new cap construction. And we'll see how much parting we get with this space on top. But other than that, it reminds me quite a bit of their partially hand-tied caps on other styles like Mesmerized. So next, we'll go ahead and look at some styling options. First, I do want to try parting her outside of that mono part space. And I wanted to let you know right now, I'm wearing one of these little nylon wig caps. I don't normally wear those under my wigs. I prefer using scar tape, but I did that so that when I change the part into that other portion of the cap that's not the monopart area, so that you can really see what shows through, because otherwise if I have my fine and thin dark bio hair underneath, you won't really be able to see how much coverage you will get or what exactly that part line would look like if you had lighter hair or no hair underneath the cap. So let's go ahead and try that. I have my rat tail comb and I'm just going to part it over to the right, well beyond that monopart area. Okay, so that is what that looks like. You might be able to do that. It's looking a little sparse to me. I'll have to look back at the video, but let me try it a little further towards the center. Let's try another one. And there is, I don't know if this is just a grouping of darker fibers here or what that is. It's a little hard for me to see. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely prefer how that's looking in the parting space here. So maybe depending on the style you get, you might be able to do that. I think it's definitely better parted in that monopart area. So let's test now. We have a low density style. So we're gonna try that ear tuck here. That's very cute. Now I do wanna mention we do have these shorter pieces in the front. I'll add some text and let you know how long these fringe pieces are, but they are popping out quite a bit. I don't think those would stay tucked very well. So if you wanted to fasten these back, I would clip these. I would add a little clip or a pin to hold these in place on that side. And then on this side, you can even do a full tuck, I think, and that looks very good. And yeah, you have some shorter pieces here as well. They seem to be staying tucked a little bit better. Then let's try it with a headband. I always like to do that. And now I can show you exactly what that extended lace front looks like. Okay, you can see that cap underneath. All right, so the lace front goes from here to here on me, which is wonderful. That's really a nice amount of natural looking hairline there along that lace front. And the ear tabs are here. There's my bio hair. So that's the coverage I'm getting from this style. And as I said, it's very comfortable on my 22-inch circumference head. So yeah, I think I would feel comfortable styling this away from the face in a headband like that. I might use a little bit of root powder to match my bio hair to the fibers so that that blends a little bit better. But I think you can absolutely do that. Then I think you should be able to do a little ponytail. I'm not going to do that. I think it's just a small little ponytail if you wanted to do that. Of course, if you have a smaller head than I do, then you might get more of a ponytail, but you definitely have some styling options with this style. And also because these are heat-friendly synthetic fibers, you can also heat style them. Be sure to follow Raquel Welch's heat recommendations when you do that. So next, we'll take Flying Solo outside and get a good look at this stunning color in natural light. Okay, so let's get a good look at this beautiful, deep, rich red color, deepest ruby out here in natural light. The color code for it is RL33/35, and I'll read you the description. It's a dark auburn, evenly blended with ruby red. You can see that, and I have the sample from the coloring, and maybe if I do a close-up here, you can see the darker auburn and the lighter red mixed in there. But it's done in a very subtle way. It almost looks like one color. I think you just get the effect of some low lights maybe with the auburn, but just a very rich, stunning color. Let's go ahead and look at the details. We have that lace front. And I did go ahead and place a piece of silicone scar tape under the part line and took the nylon cap off. So you can see the delicate knotting there, very natural looking hairline, probably a little bit of makeup on the lace front there. I'm sorry about that. And then we have that parting space. I think that looks wonderful. All right, let's get a good look at the color and style from all sides. Here she is from the right and the back and the left. So yes, just a striking, rich, deep red color. I'm really surprised how much I like it. It's definitely a little unusual, and I haven't tried this color before. So I think it suits this little style really well. And if this is what you're looking for, I think this is a gorgeous, deep red auburn color. You can see a little bit of sunlight on there. All right, so final thoughts. Flying solo here is just a lovely little bob style with lots of layers in the front, really kind of a long fringe there. You have some on both sides. And that can, you could actually trim those, or you can sweep them away from the face. You could use a little product or clips to hold them back. So that is just lovely. I love a good bob style. And then this Lux-like cap is a wonderful cap. It fits me nicely, and I think that parting space looks really nice. An extended lace front. As I showed earlier, I didn't really feel comfortable parting it anywhere but in that dedicated left mono part. So you would want to think about that carefully if you're hoping for a center part or a part on the right. But a lovely style. This deepest ruby, I absolutely love this color. I understand it's not for everyone. It's very striking and definitely just beautiful and very rich. I find it looks really good with anything blue or black probably, or white. I think that's a good combination with this color. I'd be curious to know how you wear this color. If you have it, drop that in the comments down below and let us know what colors you think this hair color looks good with. But absolutely love it. And as always, I hope that my review has been helpful and informative, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.